There's another video about psychology. It's about a subject I would regard as actually important because it's about a construct you can change parts of your spirit to that while it stays the same part, meaning yourself, and it's not therefore created in yourself. It's about the sub-spirit. So first we need to define what is subconscious, supposedly. First of all, I don't believe it exists. Like, I do believe a sub-spirit could exist and even exists in me, but I don't believe particularly in a subconscious. I will explain that. So, that which is not known, but is still interacting with your spirit, that is the supposedly subconscious. Looks like a bad try to overthrow someone. Has influence on the known, but is not known by the spirit, even though I'm in my spirit, in my brain, in everything I am, totally interconnected with everything I am, and I don't know the subconscious? As I said, it looks weird to me. May not be realized, meaning the subconscious has no part of actualization unless it is actualized in something that you do without knowing that. Okay, so I made a mistake and someone tries to tell me that's my subconscious. I'm not that narcissistic. I may be narcissistic, but not that much. As parts or entirety of non-being. So the subconscious can also be not existing, but has still influence, so it's just a mechanism in my conscious? That I not know. So it's a mechanism my conscious has built in me without knowing it, or without ever knowing that this mechanism came into being, and I can't utilize it even though it's a mechanism in my conscious? I'm not subject to technology, not even conscious technology. This is weird. It's not part of the higher conscious. So the higher spirit, the higher conscious, the super self or the higher self or whatever Freud called it, is not part of the subconscious, right? Like, the subconscious is not part of that? I'm confused. I'm confused here myself. Yeah. How is that possible? Like, my subconscious is not realized by my it or my be. Okay, I get that. But my higher conscious, which knows everything, otherwise it couldn't make up morals and couldn't decide morally for anything, so it also doesn't know the subconscious? So it's something that rules everything inside me, but I'm not known about it, and my whole existence is anyway, regardlessly true or not, even if the subconscious exists or not. Like, then I can't do anything anyway. I couldn't even control it. Then it would be a try to overthrow me, a spiritual try, and that is psychosis. It guides even actions? Really? How can it guide actions if I'm the one doing the actions? So I'm determined. But the subconscious is free and freely chooses something. Myself, this is really not a good theory. How did that get so much attention? Moreover, structures the core of sparking the real. Like, the things I become are a result of the subconscious, so they would know the subconscious, right? Right, myself? If it guides the actions, and the first thing I do as a new sparked part of me, that would know the subconscious. 100%. Must. It is guided by the subconscious, and the action is a result that's interconnected and intertwined with the subconscious. And it's not part of the higher conscious. So the higher conscious could observe that part, and has parts of entirety of non-being, so I would realize when the subconscious is a mechanism and when it's not. And it has then influence on the known, so my be would know it, and that which is not known, my desires, so the it would know it. Wait, the subconscious is not real? Really? Crazy. So, after this little theater play, what is the stream of conscious? That is my theory, the theory of my alter egos and my Pflaster collective thingy. So XE. My idea is that all ideas interact in a kind of stream. Like, everything flows together, interacts, builds up new ideas, new combinations, new stuff you think up. And then you really just need to evaluate what is true knowledge and what is not. And conscious is partly awareness. So some people say that conscious is completely awareness and that it's nothing but awareness. I tend to disagree on that. I think consciousness is more than just being aware of something. But let's keep this out of the picture. You can argue like that if you want to. Therefore, the stream is observed by conscious in its entirety. So if consciousness is partly awareness, and there's more than just that, so something that is aware of the awareness and something that kind of functions with it and processes it, but that's also not all the parts of consciousness. I think consciousness is way more complex than that. These are just some conscious processes that are brought forth by one of the parts that is aware of the awareness and the awareness that is not real. So awareness is a process brought forth by something in the part that is aware of possibly having awareness. That's what I mean also with unreal, but that part is a different part as well. So the stream is observed by consciousness conscious in its entirety. That's what I mean. Like if there is a part of conscious that is not the awareness, then the awareness can be observed again. Thus resulting in a stream of conscious that is observed and chosen from. So all the ideas, everything you are, is observed by this. Like this part of conscious observes all the ideas, everything that comes forth from your conscious, if the subconscious is not real, and then has the opportunity to look at the vastness of your conscious and chooses ideas to implement or not. Structures are therefore implemented, sometimes in similar fashion to the subconscious. So for example, if I drink the Coca-Cola, and I would do it wrong, which I won't do now, I don't want to implement a part of me, and I would not think away, for example, that I could just not realize what I'm drinking. Like, how does it feel like myself to drink? I actually like sugar. Yeah, me too. So if I would just totally negate that, like, I don't like sugar, and I would have that feeling that I like sugar, I would have a real big problem. Suddenly I would not be functioning anymore, or functionable anymore. So hint, it's not the stream of consciousness, what that author put out. I don't remember his name. He has quite good pieces of literature. This is sad myself that I don't remember the name right now. I don't want to speak it. No, never mind. So, the sub-spirit. I see. Flames. Sub. In hierarchy to something but not equal in the full potential. That's basically what sub is. Sub is not necessarily something that rules all or that has a sub-hierarchy to everything in the conscious. It may just have sub-hierarchy to, like, if you view military or shoes or anything, or maybe a blanket. Like the blanket has a certain pattern on it, which is divided by the colors, but the colors on the blanket are differently. So they are structured in all of that blanket, but the sub part, which is the color at a certain pattern that the blanket has, really is not sub to all of the blanket. Yes, that part is interconnected with everything, but not that sub is interconnected with everything. So it may even has more power, though, in some regards. If one part has a sub, not eating a sub, it has some regards, may even has more power in some regards, but eating your sub may really be a bad idea. Like, if you think you can draw power from the sub, you may become a subconscious. That really would not rule anything anymore. So in conjunction with the other parts, well, that is obvious, I just explained that, it's becoming something of the spirit. And the spirit is which is defined as non-physical guiding light of existence. Meaning your spirit somehow is the one that guides you through everything and takes care of everything that is the rest of your conscious. It's the guiding light. Yeah. So the sub-spirit is addition to the already existing forms of self that is intertwined. Can therefore know things without all other systems knowing that. So one system would always know that, the one that it's subdivided to, or maybe the other two systems or three or four that are connected with it, so the subdivision, but not all other systems of your conscious. So maybe the spirit doesn't know something the soul knows, but would not be able to act against that. This is the really weird thing. So sub-spirit is making you able to have possibilities in your actions without actually having them or creating them. That's why it's pretty cool. So, books in the description. Furthermore, I have written some books, and all in German, so please use a translator, not a person, a program for reading that. So if you know German, good. If you are an English person, I doubt my book will be presented to you in English. So please use a translator, because reason, no one actually pays for my books. If you want to read it, go ahead. It's knowledge. I think that is important. I will even put it in a Dropbox link right now. I won't put it on Amazon, because it is my KDP account was blocked because Amazon doesn't want to give me my password back, and my email that is connected with the Amazon account also doesn't want to reset my password. So my password is not going to be reset, and I'm at a certain point deleting these accounts, all of them. And even if that is not of matter, this knowledge is supposed to reach people if they want to read it and want to grab it. And the €3 were only put there in the description, like in the sense of that book, because I really needed money for some other plan I had, and to finish my studies, to also write more books. So it also would need to be a considerable amount of money. So if now 3,000 people buy my books, I have €9,000. Like if they buy both, I have €18,000. But this is by the point, because I can't access my KDP anymore. No matter how many people buy my book, I know one of it is a 556 point in some list, like the Philosophie Intermediäre's second one. Apparently, some people read that. It's 556 in family and education or something like it. I can't access the money because Amazon doesn't want to give it to me. They want me to delete my KDP account, so I can't access the money, and they don't want to give me back my password. So, I don't know. I could translate more than 140 pages of structuralistic philosophy to a language that is not written in, but that would take years. Like, to actually translate this book to something that is usable for everyone. And it's not just something that has almost knowledge in it and is a good read, like a good story. That would take years for me. I can't imagine all of that right now. I can imagine the perfect translation. I could tell you every word, but I won't do that either. So a translator does a similar, maybe even better job. If you just use a translator for €5 and you want to read the book, or even Google Translate. Google Translate should capture 76% of the knowledge in the book, which is far enough to then know if you want to buy a real translator to finish the book for free and give some other people the money. So the books are core of my philosophy, called Philosophie Intermediär. And this is where it's important. Like, if you want to read this philosophy, I think it's quite important. That's why I put it out in this video for free under it. So one is a script I'm going to finish soon. It's the third one. It's also in German. And one is a Magik-Book as a symbol of all of that. So have a nice day. Everyone who listens to this, please don't be insulted by how I structured my language in this part. It just annoys me a lot that Amazon doesn't want to give me my KDP account to check if there's money. And even if I would get my KDP account, the last time the book was also in 556 and there was no money in the Amazon KDP account. So, I don't know. Goodbye.